Hey guys, what is good? How's everybody doing? So, here to deliver on one of two submitted Patreon Q&As that I had submitted on the Patreon that was for every member. These Q&As are for all members, whether you are paid or you are free. And the first one was dedicated to the world of one of my favorite hobbies, video games. So we got enough questions because a lot of people wanted to. I was gonna do it a couple weeks ago, but then people were like, "Please don't cut it off. I wanna put questions." So I said, "All right, give it another week or so," but I did. So as usual, now for this particular Q&A, people were only able to submit 3, but as you all know, next Q&A, I am now going forward, you're able to submit 4 questions. So with the world of video games, I have been a gamer since, Jesus Christ, since I was 6, 7, yeah, longer than I was a comic reader. Let's put it like that. So it's very interesting, and I'm looking forward to reading your questions and getting your questions and things like that. So I look forward to it. So we're gonna kick this off with Duke Lawton asks me his first question is, have you ever played the game Panzer Dragoon? Yes, I have. I remember that game very well. That was a fun game. The first game came out for the Sega Saturn. It was a fun game. It took place. It kind of reminded me of Space Harrier, but with dragons. You would ride these dragons, and the cameras were really cool. It would start from like one side and it would cut to the, like if there was something coming over the edge, the left side, the point of view would turn to, like it would turn to that point of view, and you would be able to shoot it, things like that. It was a fun game. And then I think they made a sequel that came out. And I think it came out for the regular Xbox. I can't remember, but I know there was a sequel. But it was really fun. It was a fun game. Your next question is, what was the very first gaming console you ever had? My first console that I had, excuse me, the very first console that I had was the Sega Master System. That was the first Sega system I had. I didn't have a lot of games for it. My parents got it for me. What I did like about the Sega Master System, it had a built-in game already. So you just turn the console on, it would a game would play. It was Hang On. And I love Hang On. It was a fun game. But I didn't have a lot of games for it. And once the Genesis came out, I was all hooked on that. But after I got the Master System, I got the original NES. I still own it. It's in my closet right now. It's like I still own it. But yeah, man, it was a fun game. I do think about fondly about the Master System. And it also comes back to just knowing that I was I became a huge Sega mark. Like I was a huge Sega fan. Like I got nearly every Sega console that came out afterwards. So I stayed loyal to Sega. There are times I still wish, Sega continued to be a first publishing company instead of a second, third party company. Sometimes it's still kind of weird sometimes seeing Sonic on like Sony and things like that is still kind of weird. But I'm glad Sega's still around though. And your third question is favorite Sonic the Hedgehog game for Sega Genesis era. So my favorite game for Sonic game for the Genesis era. Probably Sonic 2. Sonic 2 was the best. I did enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I love that more than I like 3, and I like Sonic and Knuckles. I wasn't a big fan of Sonic Pinball but I did like Sonic 2 because that was the first to bring in like kind of like 2-player mode and you could play with each other. I thought that was fun. I remember when I got that game. I got that for Christmas. It was cool. Excuse me. Eliza Hughes asks, what video game characters and franchises do you think are overrated? Characters, a franchise, and a video game character, I think they're overrated. Overrated is a strong word in my opinion, and especially in gaming. But I'm gonna get slated for this, but I'm not a big Halo fan. I'm not a big Halo fan, and I don't think it's overrated, but I'm not a big fan of it. Never have been, you know. That's so. I guess I can say I'm not gonna say overrated, but I'm just not a big Halo fan. I'm not. Your next question is: have you seen the trailer for Metro Prime 4? Yes, I did. I did see that, and looks fun. You know, Metroid. To me, Samus, Metroid gaming. You know, they don't get enough credit that they deserve sometimes, and I think, and it always bothers me that it takes so long for them to put out a game, or like Link and things like that. But you know who gets like. A game comes out real quick for him. Never mind. I'm not. So thank you for those questions. The next set of questions come from the Yin and Yang lad, and the first question is, what is your favorite Mario game? Contrary to belief, guys, I do like Mario games. I don't hate them completely. I just don't like that Mario gets more spotlight than other Nintendo characters, and especially I don't look at him as the face of Nintendo. I refuse to believe that. That goes to Link. Fight me. Anyway, favorite Mario game. It depends on which era, but one of them that I love dearly, I will always love, is Mario 3. I love Mario 3. I love that game. I still own that. I loved, going to different worlds, and it was just fun. The old school Mario games I really enjoyed, Mario 2 and all of them, but definitely 3. 3 was my favorite. Your next question: have you played the new Double Dragon game? No, I have not. I still need to get it, and I most likely, when I do get it, I'll probably make that a gaming night. I'll make that a game night one night. I'll stream it on my channel on YouTube, but no, I have not. And the third question is, what's your favorite Streets of Rage game? Favorite Streets of Rage game will probably go to Streets of Rage 2. That really is what really kind of kicked it off. I love the first game, but 3 really three. I mean, three. Two really brought it, and it's still to the point. It's really cool because there's still the music that game put out still gets played like crazy. Especially that first level is just amazing. So I love Streets of Rage. I thought Streets of Rage 3 was good too, and four they came back strong, and I can't wait. I know they got another new game coming out too, so I can't wait to see that. So thank you for those questions. Next up, Kira Shihan. Your question is, what's a gaming franchise you're glad you got into? Mass Effect will probably definitely be up there. I would have just, I thought Mass Effect, I remember when I saw the trailers or so, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, well, whatever, I don't care about this. And then being that I had GameFly, which I do recommend people to, you should do GameFly, where you can rent games and things like that. And I got GameFly, and I saw it was available, so I rented it, and then I fell in love with Mass Effect. And when the second one came out, I got it, and the third one, yeah, I got it, and even Andromeda. I can't wait till the new one come out. It just better be what I want it to be. So yeah, Mass Effect is definitely one of them. One of those games that I am glad I got into. Your next question is, are you looking forward to the Wonder Woman game? Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what that Wonder Woman game is going to be about. The gamer in me, but also the comic geek in me is also, because I love seeing video games also about superheroes, the favorite superheroes that I love, and Wonder Woman has never had a video game that is about her. She's been in other video games, but no, it's her game. It's not she's guest starring or anything like that. So I am gonna look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. And your last question, and I know why you put that, Kira, because you're a huge Wonder Woman fan, so I get it. Your next one, are you a Sims fan like me? Unfortunately, Kira, I don't really play that many PC games. Even though I have a gaming laptop, but I don't play it. I don't play too many. But I don't know. The Sims never. That was a franchise. That's another franchise I could say didn't really. I could say it didn't really. I didn't gravitate toward it. I got cousins that love it, but I didn't gravitate towards it. That's why I'm not gonna knock it, because there are a lot of people that love The Sims. I know it's supposed to be like the real world and everything like that, but it looks fun. I mean, I've played it, but I just didn't really invest in it like my cousins and people like that did. So thank you for the 3 questions, Kira. Next up, your next questions come from Tim Dragon. What's up, Tim? What's your favorite first-person shooter game? Can I say Overwatch? Because I love Overwatch. But if you want me to get tech, because Overwatch is a first-person shooter, but if you want to go more, most likely Call of Duty, I would say. Are you looking forward to all the new Sega games? Yeah, when Sega announced that they were working on a new Golden Axe, a new Shinobi, a new Crazy Taxi, all that, I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, like that Sega loyalist in me, came back out, and I was like, yeah, I look forward to that. So, yeah. Your next question is, have you ever played a game that was so hyped up but when you played it, you realized it was not. Yeah. The the WWE Raw game that came out for the Xbox. They played that up. I had it too. Don't get me wrong, I had it. But they played it up like the graphics are so good and all that other stuff. But then when I played it, it was like okay, but it wasn't better than like the Raw versus SmackDown games and all those games. It really wasn't. But I did have it. Don't get me wrong. I mostly had all the wrestling games. So thank you, Tim, for those questions. Next set of questions come from Jalen Bullseye Collins. What's up? Do you think we'll ever get another Max Payne game? I love the franchise. I wouldn't mind another Max Payne game. I did like the franchise too. I thought it was a good franchise. It started from being rogue cop, getting revenge for the death of his wife, and then it went here, and then it went here, and then they made that crappy movie. I don't know how they messed that up. It was so simple, but they messed it up. And I liked Mark Wahlberg as Max Payne. I just wish they did the right thing. It was just. It's just, but yeah, I would love it. I would love another. I would love another Max Payne. I would love another Max Payne game. Sorry. Your next one. Better overall fighting game franchise between these, Soul Calibur or King of Fighters. Oh, wow, that's unique. I thought you would have said like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or something. Better overall out of those. All right. Well, Soul Calibur hasn't been around that long compared to King of Fighters. King of Fighters, that's one of SNK's dying franchise. Like, what I mean by that, they're still going. You'll see more King of Fighters game than any of their other great fighting franchise games. Which I would love to see SNK do. I would love another Art of Fighting, or I know they're doing another Fatal Fury, which is great. I love another Samurai Showdown or this and that. But I'm gonna have to go more with what franchise I played more for this. And even though I played many King of Fighters game, I would definitely say Soul Calibur. Because Soul Calibur I loved. Even Soul Calibur, well, it was called Soul Edge, the first game, and then they went Soul Calibur 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they're up to 6, I think. So I would definitely have to say Soul Calibur. I'm gonna say that. That's just me, on account of I played more of those games than King of Fighters. How do you feel about the Marvel Capcom collection coming out? Great. I think that's great. I think that it's well deserved for there to be a full collection of all the games that Marvel and Capcom have made together. You're gonna have Marvel superheroes on there, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and even the Punisher game, which was fun. I remember I used to they still shooting off fireworks, guys. If you probably didn't hear that, but yeah, I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed the Punisher game. It was fun. I remember pumping so many quarters into that game. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah, I do think it's worth it. It's I don't think it's, I don't know if it's coming out for Xbox owners, so I do feel bad for them. If it is, tell me. I haven't kept up with what's coming out for it, but I did like it. Next up, Son of Light VX. Do you remember the game Manhunt by Rockstar? Yes, I do. I do remember that game. I would not be pissed off if they made maybe a remake of it or a up-to-date version of it. You know, I think Rockstar needs to start making some of their other franchises, not just GTA. That's just me personally. If it ain't GTA or Red Dead, it's like, come on, man. But I do remember I had the first game. I think they made a sequel, but I thought it was cool. It was like a Running Man. You know, you were a prisoner, and you know, it was cool. Number 2, your second question. Would you rather have a new Bully game or a new Red Dead game? Bully all the way. Bully all the way. Yeah, but bully all the way. I would love a new Bully game before a new Red Dead game, because for me, though I love Red Dead, I'm trying to figure out where would you set Red Dead. You know, where would you set the next game? If they did a third game, where would it be? Would it, because, you know, looking at the time that these games, it's like, well, there's only a certain amount where the, you know, the way of like, you know, the Western, the cowboys kind of died out. You know, early 20th century, I don't know. It would just feel weird. But a Bully game, you could continue with Hopkins, or you can do another one, and it's just another city. That's just me. Do you still want the next question? Do you still want Resident Evil Code Veronica remake game? Yes, I do. I think it's deserved. It's well deserved. You got all these games. You know, you got all these games. You know, the other. You got all the other Resident Evil games that got remade. So why not? You know, why not? You know, why not Code Veronica? I would love to see a remake of that. So thank you for those questions, dude. Next up, Lorenzo Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Do you play Five Nights at Freddy's? I do. I have them. I have played most of them. Not the later ones yet. But I have played them. Yes. They're fun. They're cool. Are you ready for GTA 6? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to the story, and you know, this is the first time in the franchise that one of the main protagonists is going to be female. So that I always wanted that. So it should be cool. Lucia, that's cool. It's going to be back in Vice City. I definitely want a GTA game that's not in, you know, not in Vice City or Los Santos, all those. I want a new city. And your next question is, what's the oldest console you still own? The original NES. I still own that. It's in my closet. So thank you. Uh, Blue Guardian. What were some arcade games you pumped hundreds of dollars into? Man, so many. The Ninja Turtles arcade game, Street Fighter, the Simpsons game, Afterburner, Hang On, Crazy Taxi, Lethal Force, like all those games that had you shoot the guns. Well, I used to pump like thousands of dollars into those games. So I miss arcades. I miss them. I really do. I miss them. Favorite SNK franchise? Mine is definitely Fatal Fury. I love Fatal Fury more than I love King of Fighters. So anytime I see a new Fatal Fury game, I'm pumped. And what did you think of Tekken 8 storyline? Well, since I don't own a PS5, yeah, I just went online when a reliable YouTuber uploaded the storyline, and I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool. It's like, okay, they played off a little bit of what I thought they may go with. That, basically was that the devil gene was more than what it seemed to be for Jin, and I thought it was fun. I liked it. It's just where do we go from there? But I did enjoy it. Still want to own it, but yeah, I enjoy it. And last sets of question come from Comic Freak X. What's good? Favorite Devil May Cry game? Oh, that's a good one. Big Devil May Cry fan. I have pretty much all the games. I'm probably gonna have to say 3. The prequel, where we get to see the young Dante, and we're introduced to his twin brother, and so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. Don't get me wrong, I do like, but my least favorite is 2. That's my least favorite, because that was short and too easy, way too easy. Favorite Tetris game? I still play Tetris. I still play Tetris to this day. Tetris is therapeutic, kinda, to me. So I do play it. But a clone of Tetris is probably Sega's version of Tetris, which was called Columns. I like that. I like Columns. And there's a couple of clones that are like I have on like my phone that are like Candy Crush, things like that. Those are fun. Are you a fan of the video game? Are you a fan of Angry Birds? My niece loves those games. I had Angry Birds on my phone. They're fun, but over time it does get a little repetitive, and I get bored of it real quick. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I was like, I played like 5 or 6 or 7 like levels, and I'm like, yeah, okay, there's only so much of the I can't. That's it. I'm like, okay, it's the same thing, and even nothing has changed too much. So I'm done. It's like, yeah, I got tired. It got tired real quick. But I'm glad your niece loves it. But yeah, I'm not one of them too much. I got tired of it. Well, guys, I want to appreciate all 13 people who participated in this question that spotlighted on video games. I appreciate it very much, and I very much appreciate it. Very much. Thank you so much for everybody who participated. Like I said, I do more. I'll do more of these over the later. But this is only one. The next one I will put up later in the day. But this one was all about video games. So thank you to everybody who participated. I'll see you guys next time. And that would be me saying deuces.